Pranam, Pujya, Param Pujya Swamiji and Pujya Sadhviji. Our pranams to you and all those who are watching online and present here. We have devotees who are present here from all over the nation and abroad. This is the third satsang tonight of our Guru Purnima Retreat in Oxford, Ohio, in the beautiful, serene place of Houston Woods. Pujya Swamiji, as you had mentioned, that it is a great thing to listen online. However, to experience this in your holy presence is a very powerful and a blissful, indeed, it is that way. The vibrations of the words of wisdom imparted by you both will stay with us and keep us grounded in the divine. We are eternally grateful to you both, and we must have done some good karmas to be receiving this darshan and blessings in your presence. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Gange.
Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Pundarikaksho Sadhvi Jyotirgamaya Mrityorama Amritam Gamaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Let's begin with an exercise that I actually wanted to do at the end of the morning, but it was so full and time went by so quickly. So it's a beautiful place to start this evening. Find somebody sitting ideally next to you so you don't have to move too much, or in front of you or behind you, but pick a partner. Can be someone you know, can be someone you don't know, it doesn't matter. But just choose a partner. Okay. Try to have it be just groups of two. Yeah. If anybody doesn't have a partner, raise your hand. Okay, I have one in the back. Anybody else without a partner? So you're three. Come, you can come to the front. Perfect. You can be Reikaji's partner. Come. Perfect timing. So, in your group of partners, one of you will be A, one of you will be B. It doesn't matter, there's no subjective values here. Just choose an A and choose a B. And all of the A's, raise your hand. Everybody who's an A, raise your hand. Every group should have one A, only one A. Okay, I don't have any A's down here. Anybody an A? You guys? Okay. Okay. If you are a B, raise your hand. Great. Just wanted to make sure everybody knows. Great. Now turn and face your partner. If you're in chairs, move your chairs. Turn and face your partner. You should be looking at them. Yeah, you can feel free to move the chairs, of course. Just turn the chair. They move easily. Okay, now, those of you who are A are going to be the questioners first. So group A, your job is very simple. You're going to say to your partner, who are you? Okay, I'm going to give all the explanations, then I'm going to let you go. You're just going to say, who are you? Partner B will respond. It may be a one-word answer, it may be a one-line answer, it may be a paragraph answer, whatever flows from them. The moment that person B is done speaking, you simply say to them again, who are you? And after every answer they give, all you do, you don't say, oh yeah, me too. You don't say, oh that's great, or oh that's not true, or yeah, you are. Nothing. Person A, who are you? Those are your entire lines. Who are you? Who are you? Person B, allow yourself. Allow yourself to go deep. This is not a getting to know you exercise. I hope you've already done that. We've been here more than 24 hours. It's not the, hello, my name is with the sticker on you. Allow yourself to go deep. Let person A be the catalyst, be the container, the safe space into which you can drop into your truth. Okay? So you'll have a few minutes on each side. Let's start with person A as the questioner. And until I tell you to stop, just keep going. You may giggle. Sometimes people get uncomfortable and giggle. That's okay. Work through it. Okay. And if you feel too crowded over here, feel free to pick up and go sit in the corner someplace, whatever you want to do. But now, person A, you start. Can I have your phone then? Can I have your phone then? Mics are on. One more minute. Wonderful. Come back to the center. So just take a moment. Just take a moment of silence before we start and allow yourself to just absorb. Absorb what you realized about yourself. Absorb what your partner may have helped you realize through their realizations. Just allow that awareness to really sink in. How did your thoughts of yourself change over just 5-7 minutes? We go into the exercise thinking about ourselves in one way, and you come out thinking about yourself in a totally different way. So just take a moment, let that really absorb within you. Beautiful. So, this evening, our theme is faith and surrender. And faith and surrender as the way toward our light, as the way toward that strength to live ourselves, to live our light. My favorite story about faith, or one of them, I have a lot of stories on faith. I'll see how many we have time for this evening, but one of my favorites is of the devotee who really wanted to be able to walk on water and asked his guru, "Ki just give me the mantra through which I will be able to walk on water." And his guru said, "Okay." He said, "You are a wonderful disciple, you're very pure, you're very dedicated, you're full of faith. I will give you the mantra." And so the guru takes a leaf and he writes on the leaf. And then he folds up the leaf and he hands the folded leaf to the disciple. And he says, "This is the mantra. But you need to just feel its energy, not read its words." And he said, "So take this folded up leaf and hold it in your hand and walk out onto the water and you will be able to walk." And he said, "But don't open it. The leaf has to stay folded up for the energy to stay strong." So the disciple's very happy. He takes the leaf in his hand and he walks out and he walks onto the water. He's walking on the water. Can't believe it. Amazing, it's working. He gets about halfway out onto the water. Suddenly, as we all know, the games of the mind, right? Anybody who hasn't had that happen, raise your hand. And the mind starts to go, "My God, I wonder what this thing is. My God, look at this, I'm actually walking on water. What kind of mantra could this actually be that I'm able to do the impossible?" And his mind takes over. And as he's walking out on the water, he just can't control himself anymore, and he opens up the leaf. And as he starts to sink into the water, he's able to read what is written on the leaf, which is the word faith. And I love the story because while I'm sure, of course, that his guru was enlightened and a master and powerful and all of those things, it's a story that reminds us that that faith is actually the energy that keeps us going. That the faith is the energy that makes it possible. You know, another way of thinking about it is you can think about that energy as electricity. Now imagine, we have these beautiful lights, we have beautiful microphones. When it's hot, we have fans, we have everything. So many different electrical appliances, cameras. You could have the most expensive, best quality device, camera, lamp, whatever it is. But if it's not plugged in, it's utterly useless. Utterly useless. Whether you've got a blender, you've got a toaster, you've got a plasma screen TV, you've got a microphone, a lamp, anything. They are all literally nothing but metal, plastic, whatever plasma is made of. It's all there. They're useless. Nothing. When they are not connected to the source. It's the flow of electricity into them that enables the blender to be a blender, that enables the toaster to be a toaster, that enables the microphone to give us sound, that enables the lights to give us light. That connection, in the case of electricity, it's a literal wire. You plug it into the wall. But within us, our faith is that wire, is that connection. You can have a powerhouse of energy. You could have the most powerful powerhouse, power grid of energy anywhere in the world. And your lamp still won't work unless you plug it in. The fact that there happens to be a powerhouse of energy out there is useless for you unless you plug into it. Our faith, our surrender, is the very conscious, deliberate, intentional act of plugging ourselves in to that divine power. Yeah, God is all-powerful, the Guru is all-powerful. And until and unless we surrender in faith, in love, we're like a blender that can't blend, or a toaster that can't toast, and a lamp that's got no light coming out of it. So it connects us. If you talk to people who don't have faith, most of the reason that most of us don't have faith, this isn't true for everyone, but it's true for a large, large percentage, is at some point in our life we had faith. And then something happened. Some tragedy struck us, struck a loved one. Something that we really did not want to happen happened. Or something we really wanted to happen didn't happen. And so we decided that God, the Guru, was essentially like a vending machine that was broken. That we had done our prayers, our puja, our good karma. We had done what we were supposed to do, but we didn't get what we were supposed to get. And therefore, we stopped believing. But the entire premise of that is incorrect. Because nowhere is it written, no scripture, no teaching, no master has ever said, yeah, put in your dollar bill and push the button and whatever you want is going to come out. I'm your friendly neighborhood vending machine. It's not how it works. What we are given is exactly that which is the most conducive for us to take our next step closer to the divine. But our faith gets injured when we start to think that this vending machine doesn't work, and it's where people lose faith entirely. Or they say, forget it, I need to change my religion, or get a new guru, or pray in a different temple, or get a different mantra, like it's defective in some way. Because the premise is wrong. And this is where we go back to the awareness of what is my highest goal. Because as long as I hold this myth that the highest goal of life is I should get everything I want, when I want it, as I want it, the way I want it, well then yeah, I mean all my prayers, everything I do should lead me to that goal. But that isn't the highest goal of life, we know that. We're not put here on earth to just get whatever we want. We're not put here on earth to become a CEO or a president or a billionaire or this or that. We're put here on earth in these precious human bodies to have the experience of the divine, to have the awareness of who we really are, that awakening or enlightenment or moksha, whatever word we use for it. So faith needs to be that which is rooted not in, am I getting what I want? But am I, through this light, able to see myself, my capital S self, and therefore shine that on the world? you look at the story of Prahlad. Very quickly, for those of you not familiar with the story, there was a king, Hiranyakashipu, and he had done lots and lots and lots of sadhana. He wanted to be immortal. But of course, God said, I can't make you immortal. The nature of nature is that which is born, it dies. How can I possibly grant you something that goes against the very laws that I've created? So he says, okay, no problem. Give me a boon in which I cannot be killed in the day or the night, inside or outside, by a human or by an animal, by an illness or by any weapons. Okay, done. So in his mind, he thinks I've outsmarted God. And you can imagine the ego, right? I mean, the ego is across the board, whatever we're talking about, the ego is the biggest problem and hindrance and obstacle to us attaining whatever we are looking for. From enlightenment to just happiness, to peace, to love. So his ego was quite large, and as a king, he believed that people should only worship him. Nobody was allowed to worship God. People should only worship him. So, of course, as in the beautiful law of nature, he has a son, Prahlad, who's a devotee of God. Just because Prahlad feels God, loves God, knows God. And Prahlad is such a devotee that no matter which teacher, tutor, mentor his father tries to give him to convince his son, for God's sakes, to stop singing for God, instead what happens is Prahlad's bhakti, his devotion, is so contagious that his teachers and his tutors and everybody start singing to God. So his father then decides to do away with him. I won't go into all of the story, but in the first years of his life, he was still a child. The number of times, the number of vicious ways that his father tried to kill him. Holi, when we celebrate Holi, is the story of one of those ways. But Prahlad never lost his faith. There's a lot of different beautiful morals that go from the story of Prahlad. I'm not going to go into all of them now. We'll leave it with just this aspect of faith, because up until the bitter end, up until the final moment where his father decided, forget it, I will kill you myself. If nothing else is going to work, I will kill you. Up to that moment, through that moment, when Lord Vishnu actually appeared in front of him, he never lost his faith. It never wavered. And I share the story because we all have got some good reason why we've lost faith. It sounds good to us anyway. It's the reason that we use. Here's why I no longer have faith. But I've never been in a room, I've never been with an audience where anyone had a story better than Prahlad's. Where anyone actually had a story in which their childhood was spent with their own father trying way after way of killing their own child. Bringing in relatives, doing... So you think, if he, even in the face of his own father, trying to kill him over and over again, and throughout this time, yes, Lord Vishnu was there in his heart, but it wasn't like he kept coming in and saving him minute by minute, moment by moment. But his faith stayed strong. And it's a beautiful reminder of how, despite everything, how to have faith and how God is always there. We may think we are at the end of our rope, but we're not. and how God is always there, always there. Hanumanji gives us it's my other favorite stories. Again, I won't go into the details, but just at the end of the War of Lanka, when Hanumanji's been this hero and has accomplished all of these miraculous feats, how does he do it? When he's asked, how does he do it? What is his answer? Not, oh yeah, I'm practicing the Hanumanasana every day with my yoga teacher.
That's hard.
Right? Not, I'm lifting weights every day so I can carry the Himalayas when the time comes. A thing. Not even I've got a special mantra, special tonic, special this. Not even, don't you know who I am? I mean, wouldn't that be easy? Right? Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who my Father is? Like, I'm God, for God's sakes. Not even that. Just, I take Bhagwan Ram's name, and it happens. It happens. That's the power. That's the power of faith, the power of surrender. That is the miracle. It is the magic formula through which it happens. I'll end with one of my other favorites. It's a parable of a man who's holding on to a rope for dear life. And he's terrified. If he falls, he's going to plummet to his death, so he's holding on. And he hears the voice, this angelic voice, some divine being, saying, just let go. Just let go. And he says, how can I possibly let go? If I let go, I'm going to plummet to my death. She says, just let go with one finger. So he says, okay. Her voice is so soothing. So he lets go with one finger. Slowly, slowly, finger by finger, she convinces him, coaxes him to let go, finger by finger. And then they get to the point where he's holding on with only one finger left. And she says, just let go. Just let go. He says, now I really can't let go. Now I'm really going to plummet to my death. Like, how I'm managing to hold on with just one finger, only you know. But if I let go, I will die. She says, just let go. And eventually he does. And he doesn't go anywhere. And he looks down and he realizes he's been standing on solid ground the entire time. And what I love about that parable is the enemy of faith is this idea that somehow I have to do it all myself, that it's all up to me, that I'm the one holding up the show. I'm the one, I've got this death grip on life. I'm going to micromanage this, micromanage that, micromanage this, micromanage that. If I can just, for God's sakes, get this to work, then everything will be okay. And we live in this sense of it's all up to me. And what we don't realize is we are being held, we're being carried. There's solid ground beneath our feet. The divine is there. And the divine has given us free will. So it's up to us how we want to live. Lastly, I think I have time. Yeah. Lastly, as we come upon the full moon of the Guru, this is a really important place where that faith and that surrender plays a big role, because as I gave the example about the electrical appliances, For me, the moon is my favorite way of thinking about this. On a deeply personal level, I still remember when I first had this realization. I still can picture myself standing on the banks of Ganga. I'd been in India, I don't know, a few years at that time. And I was looking up at the full moon, and it just, it hit me like those epiphany moments. And the realization was, I'm a science buff, for those of you who don't already know that. And in the weeks prior to this happening, I had come back into India from America, and on the plane I had been watching some National Geographic special on the creation of the Earth and the solar system and sort of how it all had happened. And one of the pieces that had stuck out at me was that our moon is actually believed to have previously been part of the Earth, and that at some point it just broke off, and that through gravity it's being held there. So I'm looking up at this moon full of light, realizing that there is the same as this here. This gives off no light. That has no light. It is a piece of rock. It's a piece of rock exactly like the piece of rock I'm standing on, exactly like pieces of rock floating through the sky. It has no light. The light that I am seeing is the light of the sun that the moon is reflecting. And it was such a powerful moment for me, because one of the things that on a personal level I've always struggled with is this idea of actually having gifts to share, having gifts to give, being of a value to the world beyond just academic intelligence that's actually of worth. And it was something that Pujya Swamiji had always been telling me from the beginning, but it took a really long time to kind of keep sinking in different ways. And this was a really powerful moment of, oh yeah, it's not about generating light. You don't have to be the sun. You can be just a piece of rock, a lightless piece of rock, just like any other piece of rock. What makes the moon special is that she's managed to get herself into such perfect alignment with the sun that she's able to reflect that light of the sun onto the earth. And that on the full moon days, the moon obviously never actually changes shape, but on the full moon days are the days that we can sort of recognize and realize, she's in full alignment, totally aligned, fully surrendered, fully right there. The days where there's less of a moon, I think are days that she's gone a bit out of alignment. She's gotten distracted, right? And for me, and I hope for all of you, it's a really beautiful inspiration, because if you look within and you feel like, well, I don't know where the light is, don't worry. You don't have to be the generator of it. All you have to be is connected to the source of it. Whether you think about it as an electrical appliance connecting into a power source, or you think of it as the moon, getting into alignment so the light can be reflected. Either way, the lesson is the same. It's not up to you to generate it. It's up to you to recognize that power is there, that light is there, and that it is there for you to flow through you, and even as you, should you choose to get connected, should you choose to come into alignment. With that, I request Pujya Swamiji Maharaj to share with us his blessings and wisdom.
message. When we are talking about faith and surrender and strength, can you share your personal experience? So before I go to my personal experience, one thing I want to share. When war was declared of Mahabharata, Lord Krishna went to Duryodhana, talked to the Kauravas, tried his best that war should not take place, because war is war. No matter what, whoever is won and whoever is lost, ultimately both lose. So many people died. The outcome of war was known to both of them, but because Duryodhana was so arrogant, so egoistic, he said, Suchakram na bhasyami bina yuddhena keshava. This one line is very famous in Mahabharata. How this Mahabharata, the great war, took place. Just one line. Suchyagram na dasyami. Bina yuddhena keshava. You are talking about, Krishna said, okay, do one thing. There are 5 Pandavas, give them 5 villages. They are not asking you capital, give me this city or this part of the city. Just give them somewhere far, far away. 5 villages that at least they can live in peace. But he refused. He said, I will not give even Suchakram, the needle. When you prick, even that part of needle, I am not going to give. Even this piece of land, just this much. He said, no, I will not. If you want the land, if you want the villages, fight the war, fight the battle. They have to fight it. Krishna comes back, whatever the divine plan is there, the fight is inevitable to be there, it's going to be there. Before war takes place, before the Bhagavad Gita takes birth in the war, now both knew Arjun and Duryodhana. They need help. And Duryodhana wanted that how I can go to Krishna and take his army. Because Krishna said, I will not fight the war. I will be there, but I will not fight the war. There are many messages in this line also. But today we are talking about one thing. Arjuna also goes and Duryodhana also goes to Lord Krishna. Because he was so arrogant, he just went. In our culture is very humble. That when you meet your parents, when you meet your elders, just don't go from the back. Just come from the front. If they are lying down, just don't go from the pillow side, just go from the other side of the bed. And Arjuna was very humble, very devoted. He also goes and Duryodhana also goes. Arjuna went first and he went and sat in the holy feet of Lord Krishna. Duryodhana comes, he came and he sat not where Arjuna was sitting. He said, I will sit other side of the bed. and Krishna was lying down. Krishna first saw Arjuna. He said, Arjuna, how you are here? What I can do for you? He bowed his head, and in the meantime, Duryodhana said, I am also here. He is not only here, I am also here. He said, oh, what you want? He said, what you can do for us, for me. Asked, he never had it in his dictionary. What you can do for me? Krishna. Very quietly, Krishna said, look, one side is my army, entire army. And one side, I am alone. And with that pledge that I am not going to fight the war. Before Duryodhana asked for the army or asked for anything, Arjuna said, Krishna, I want you. He said, Arjuna, you have to fight the war. He said, Lord, if you are with me, I don't need anything else. Duryodhana was very happy. He said, that's what I wanted. Okay, you keep Krishna. What I will do with the Krishna? If he is not fighting the war, and no army, no weapons, I want to win the war. God smiled, and Duryodhana said, give me the army. That's it, I don't need anything else. You are not going to fight the war, what I will do with you? He said few other things also, but I will not repeat here. His language was very amazing. And जैसे कहते हैं मैं तुम्हारा अचार डालूं, कि कैसे बोलते हैं लोग, किस तरह से जब फ्री हो जाते हैं लोग बोलने लगते हैं. But he said, I need the army. God said, so be it. And they both come back. The day Arjuna, that moment, if you ask me, won the war. Whenever you also in midst of the Mahabharata in your everyday life, it happens in life. If choice comes, just choose Krishna. You say, choose Krishna. लेकिन लड़ेगा कौन? Who will fight? I want the fighter. I want the army. And look at that, army was in Duryodhana's sides, and Krishna was in Arjuna's side. And who won the war? Arjuna. Arjuna had that faith that if the Krishna is in my side, Krishna means dharma. Krishna means truth. When the truth is in your side, when the dharma is in your side, you can take it for granted. Yes, sometimes people who are dharmic, they go through so much pain also. They go through so much test also. But end of the day, truth triumphs. This is the law of the nature. That faith in Krishna, in the divine, if we have it, no matter where you are, you will win. You are bound to win. You are bound to succeed. My personal experience, first I will start with my mother, where the faith and the lesson of surrendering came to me in my young age. When I was 7, it happened my uncle was promoted as engineer, was going to Shimla or somewhere, and from Delhi, everybody went to see him off, and one by one, people were coming down after meeting him. In the meantime, people become so much emotional. They become so huggy. In midst of that, those hugs, train started. Now everybody started jumping quickly. Come down, come on, train started. But my mom, very humble, very simple, and very close to my uncle, and she said, yeah, chalte, let me come. And by the time she came down, train became so fast, and rather than facing the side of the train is going, mostly you should face the side where the train is going. But she, by mistake, faced the other side of the train, and the moment she got down, she went into between the platform and the track. And everybody started screaming, please stop the train, pull the chain. By the time chain was pulled, train was already gone very far, and everybody was very shocked at what happened now. And they were so afraid to even see. They just bent down, and she just stood up and said, Sadhguru, Gurudev. And somebody said, Gurudev, you were gone. This is a magic, this is a miracle. You were gone. I mean, gone? Where I was gone? I was held by the master. I was held by the Guru. As Sadhviji, you are held up. And nothing happened to us. I could see when I was young what a faith she had in the divine. What a surrender she had. Even today, she must be 90 maybe. I don't know what age she is now.
At least.
And but same faith, same surrender, Sadhguru, my Gurudev. She is always full of that faith. She comes out, everybody again shared that story. Nay, you don't know what happened. Today you were gone. Sachi, you were gone. Everybody started again and again, started talking to her. She said, I was gone. No, I was not gone. I know that. I was with my Sadhguru. And when everybody started saying it, in the evening, she talked to my father. She said, people are talking about this story. If it is true, I was gone. I don't think I was gone. But if it's true, I was gone. Nothing happened to me, not even one scratch, no scar. So let us have a vow. God has given me this new life. Let us start with a new way, with a new beginning. I don't know my father was ready for that or not. I was very young. Because I could see several occasions, dialogues between them, but I could not understand that time. But now I say what they must be talking. Because one night we were sleeping on the first floor on the rooftop in the summertime. I came down to drink water, and my father was just near the window and begging to open the door. And he said, remember the vow? Now we have taken the vow. We are now doing sadhana. When she took the vow, she started sleeping on the floor, changed the clothes, white clothes. My father also changed the white clothes. And they started doing the sadhana. Father will go for the business, he will do his business, he will come back, and mother will be serving so many, whoever comes. She was very fond of feeding people. Amazing. The saints were their rank. They will not keep money in the bank. Jo bhi aata hai, khilao.
And they were only I'm sorry to interrupt, just to clarify. She was only like 25 at that time, which is important because she must, nahi, aap chote the, to iska matlab hai ki
She was very young.
she was only about 25 at that time.
She was very young.
Yeah.
And in that age, you take a vow, ki bas ho gaya, now let us live like a celibate. That was amazing. And top of it, the faith. Whole life, what I could see, what I could witness, faith, faith, nothing but faith. And for all these years, till today, she has not forgotten that day that God saved me, God is with me, God is there. And because of the God, she lived all of her life. And because of her faith, I am here. I give the credit to my master second, but I give my credit to her first. Because she was the one. I could see her sitting in hours in meditation. And that was the faith which was groomed in me. And when I was taken to the jungle, it was not easy. But because of her and because of the grace of the master, he gave me the mantra. And one day he said, now you have to go to the forest after 1 year of silence. I said, forest, jungle, I am very afraid of ghosts. I cannot go to jungle. He said, ghost? I am talking about God and you are talking about ghost. I am talking about Bhagwan, you are talking about Bhoot. In Hindi language, ghost is called Bhoot. But Master was very strong. He was not very goody-goody like us. How are you? He was very strong. I remember I had one day 21 slaps. Really, I'm telling you, I'm serious. And whenever, the only condition was being with him. I am not telling you the whole story. You have that book maybe somewhere. By the grace of God, you read it. And the condition was being with him. All the time, mantra is on. The moment you stop your lips, one slap. It means not the slap to just, you have forgotten the mantra. It means you have forgotten that connection. Stay connected. Stay connected. Be there. Even sometimes we are sitting here. We are not here. We are gone somewhere. Today this story is interesting. Maybe sometime we keep listening. But sometimes it happens. We just go to the airport, we go to the shopping center, we go to many other places. Even being here, we are not here. But one thing I could see in her, being there. And in being there, not empty, not alone, with the divine. That faith she had. When you have that faith, really things change. But in the beginning of the sadhana, it's not all the time easy that you are grounded that much. I remember my own days in the beginning, there was a sadhana. In that sadhana, 1 year of silence and 3 to 4 hours in one sitting, you have to sit in meditation and do the japa. And in that young age, I'm not used to do these things. And you don't understand in it so much about the sadhana, meditation, silence, and 1 year of silence, not talking to anybody, not talking to your brothers and sisters, not seeing anybody, just complete inside of your room, just God and you, your divine insurance company and you. And it happened to me also in the beginning when I was very tired. Rather than sitting in posture, I just became very comfortable. Sometime like this, sometime like that. I keep changing legs. But in those 24 hours, there was a condition, one time, one meal you have to take, and that also will be given to you in your puja area, worship area. There was a separate door, that person will come and keep it there, but you are not supposed to see that person, and the person keeps the food and goes. But now see that how mind plays the tricks, how mind defeats you. In the sadhana period, you have to be very careful. These small things. It's not that God is not going to meet you if you are not sitting straight. It's not. Believe me. It's no condition from God. Its condition is only for your mind, that your mind gets the message, you are doing sadhana. Hey, come on. Be there. All this puja, all these diyas, lighting the lamp, incenses, fragrance, all this, it's not for God, the flower. God doesn't need anything. That's why he said, Patram Pushpam, Sadhviji was telling in the morning, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Priyachati. Even a leaf, you don't have anything, doesn't matter. You don't have to be rich. If you are rich, great. Offer whatever you can. But if you cannot do anything, offer even one leaf, simple leaf, one flower, one piece of fruit, even water, doesn't matter, which costs nothing. But with the faith. Yome bhaktya prayachati means with the devotion, anybody with having faith in his heart, even offers me one simple leaf. Coming from the jungle, just pluck that leaf and keep it for the divine. God is happy. But all these pujas, all these postures, all these sadhanas, not for God. This keep you straight, keep you there, keep you disciplined. But anyway, the sadhana tells you, sit like that, sit straight. But I was very tired and I sit down like this. I started doing japa. And the moment, because it was my prasad time, the prasad counter was the person who was designated to bring my food. He comes in because the door, there was a condition that he will knock at the door. The moment he knocked the door, I was sitting like this. I was sitting like this. Look at the mind. Normal, you know what happens. Whom to show? Puja is not a show. It's not that who is sitting in front of you is just a piece of metal or piece of picture. If you have that faith, there is not piece of metal or piece of paper, a picture. Things change. But it happened to me also. I am accepting in front of you. In my early age, then in the evening, there was a condition that I could have one glass of milk. Now the milk comes again. There's a knock. The moment I heard the knock, at that time I was really lying down and I was so tired. And immediately I got,
Very normal.
milk is on, milk is given, he's gone. And in the morning, when I was sitting in the puja, the voice comes from the that picture was given to me. I am here. You are not aware of it. One person comes from outside, one knock can bring so much change in you. And I am knocking you and waking you up every day. Where are you? The picture started talking. And that's it. That was the day the faith became so strong. Faith became so strong. All the pain, all the fatigue, everything was gone. That came from the mother. I really give that credit to my mother and then to my Guruji. Because the Guru Purnima, we are talking about Guruji also. The first mother is the Guru. That's why we talk about Matri Deva Bhava.
Great.
Matri Deva Bhava. Adore your mother as divine. Sometimes we take it for granted. We start fighting, we start shouting. We have so much mess. We just take it for so much granted that we can fight, we can say anything, we can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, but you will not be everything. Because of her, you will be somewhere. Because of the blessing of the parents, we should never forget. No matter smart you become, no matter successful you become, but their blessings are always there. That's just a Matri Deva Bhava, then Pitri Deva Bhava, then Acharya Deva Bhava. That's the Guru. From our culture, these stories make you strong, give you real strength, increase your faith, and when it happens, you can see the impact of those blessings in your life. The impact of that faith, what you have in your whatever you call, doesn't matter. There's a beautiful thing is, many forms, many names, but there's nothing but God. You can call him by any name. He understands all the languages, that's why he's God. We maybe have divisions, we maybe have barriers, but God does not have any barrier. That's why he's God. And that is the message, that don't create barriers. Build the bridges. That is the whole purpose of dharma, whole purpose of faith is. Sometimes faith also starts, when we lose faith, then we divide. If you have a faith, a real faith, a true faith, you will never divide. You will bring people together. You will never create barriers and boundaries. You will always build the bridges. I remember when I came back from the jungle, because remember to my Guru again and again, when I came back from jungle after the sadhana, that sadhana part and many other types of sadhana I have not shared today, but when I came back, I was very happy. The master said, now you have to be in the jungle, I am done. I am back, and now I will be with him. That he will take me with him, he will take me everywhere. Sometimes we think, if we are together, we are there, Guru is taking me with him, then only I am his disciple, his true disciple. Whether you are traveling together, whether you are being somewhere, doing some seva, whatever you are doing, when you are dedicated, that dedication will take you across. That surrender will take you across. So I come back and was very happy. Now the new phase of journey will start with the master. And I asked him, what next? Means, is there any advanced course? I can do it.
Action first.
And he said in 2 lines so beautifully, he said, Mandir mat jao, masjid mat jao, तब नहीं कोई मुजायका है किसी जीव का दुख हर लेना ये घर खास खुदा का है. उनका कि if you cannot go to the temple even sometime, you cannot go to the worship places, you cannot even do meditation even sometime, but if you are doing the service, whatever your master has told you, to serve, to give, to share, don't answer, don't question. Sometimes people keep questioning. And when they keep questioning, in Bhagavad Gita, one beautiful line has been said to Arjuna. Lord Krishna said, Arjun, remember one thing. Number 1, have faith. Have faith. Number 2, don't question yourself too much. Don't question the divine. Divine has a divine design. You may be not understanding it, why you are here, why God has put you on this beautiful earth. But have complete faith. That faith will take you across. Not only of this life, but across the ocean of your life after life. And he said, if you can go to the temple, great, must go. If you can do meditation every day, you must do it. But it happens sometimes you cannot do it. Don't worry. Then instead, what you do is that serve the humanity. Serve the creation. Serve the planet without any expectation. And this is your advanced course. And that's it. Since that day, is God's grace. I keep telling Sadhviji also that I am coming back. People think about moksha. Hey, you live in moksha. Be juicy right here. Yeah, people think right now, let us live the way we are living. We will just have moksha there somewhere. No moksha will be waiting for you if you are not living in moksha right here. Moksha means that you become free from small, those issues which are really becomes the bondage for you, which keeps you confused. You lose your clarity, and then you become stuck. That's what the whole Bhagavad Gita took place when Arjuna, in the 2nd chapter, says, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma sanmula cheta yaksheya syat nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Krishna, I am very confused. I lost my clarity. My vision is clouded. He was shivering. As a great warrior, but look at the moho, attacked by that, and he lost everything. And then the Bhagavad Gita comes, and then the last shloka comes, and he says that Nashto Moha Smriti Landa, my that moha is nashta. I regain my memory because of you, because of wisdom, because of the insight, because of the knowledge, oh Lord, you have given to me. Because of your blessing, I am back. Let us be back. We have done so much in life. Guru Purnima is coming back to the roots, coming back to the Guru. coming back to the light. That light which everyone is looking for, maybe you are blessed with the divine light. When this happens, it's not the Guru Purnima, day Guru Purnima happens. Every day, every moment becomes Guru Purnima. So have faith, no matter what happens, and you will see the magic of it in your own life. We have seen it, we are seeing every day. It's not that something in a funny way happen, but we think, yeah, magic happened. Every moment, being here, even getting up in the morning with a new day is magic. It's an amazing miracle. So many people were gone in the COVID, in America also. But you are still there. You are still there every day in the morning. Count every day as a blessing. And take a pledge that is not for me, not given to me, as my mother decided, this life is not for me, this life is, and she prepared me. And today I also think this is given to me, it should be shared with all. And that's why I told Sadhvi sometime, I am coming back. I'm not gone, but even when I'm gone even, I'm coming back. Just to serve again. Wherever God wants to send me, whatever He wants me, I am there with you all. We will be together again. We are there. Why? You know why? To serve. To make this planet as a better planet. It's a beautiful word. We keep complaining sometimes, we keep grumbling sometimes, small issues. We become so gossipy. Really, I'm telling you. That's why these places remind us, less chatting, more chanting. That's why we are here. Tomorrow we'll talk about more about this beautiful place. Somebody has wrote another line to me about this place. I was reading today, and it's so beautiful that you are loving it here, you are enjoying it here, but it's not enough. When you go back, take this peace with you that you can share with your dear and near ones. You can, in your respond every day when you talk to each other, that should reflect. Jai Gange, Jai Gurudev, Jai Ma, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening. Sacred moonlit evening on the lake. I realize that we have not been leaving very much time for questions, and so tomorrow morning we're going to begin with questions rather than leaving them for the end. We'll begin with questions. So, Avani, can you raise your hand? Stand up and raise your hand both. Great. Priya, can you stand up and raise your hand? Great. Does everybody see these two beautiful young women? At some point between now and the 11 a.m. satsang, if you have a question, write it on a piece of paper and get it to one of them. Feel free to put your name if you want to, but obviously no need to put a name, doesn't matter. Things move, we've noticed, things do tend to move a little bit quicker and more smoothly if we have the questions in writing in advance. So that doesn't mean that you won't be able to ask it on the spot if something just occurs to you in the spur of the moment. But do try to get your questions to them in advance. It also helps us see if there's multiple questions around the same topic and be able to address them together. So at the walk in the morning, at breakfast, just prior to satsang, whenever it is, get it to either of them, and they'll be our questions in charge. Wonderful. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night.